Let's play a video intro. All right, we're going to play a video intro. I hope we don't have no echo.
Shadows crawl on the sidewalk cracks. City hums, but it don't give back. What's left to lose? What's left to prove? Hands in my pockets, nothing to move. Super Dave, where it's far, yeah, we're alive. Groove and move and let it ride. It's all good, it's all fire. Love burns hotter than the wire. Love burns hotter than the wire. Neon flickers on a sleepless street. Broken bottles where the lost souls meet. Don't talk too loud. Don't dream too high. The moon's just a whisper in a blood-red sky. Super Dave, where it far, yeah, we're alive. Groove and move and let it ride. It's all good, it's all fine. Love burns hotter than the wire. Love burns hotter than the wire. Out past the edge where the stars don't shine. Lost in the rhythm of the ticking time. Super Dave in the dark, in the light. Chasing love, chasing life, chasing the fight. Super Dave, do it all, yeah, we're alive. Groove and move and let it ride. It's all good, it's all fine. Love burns hotter than the wire. Love burns hotter than the wire.
All right. How's it going, y'all? They got jot down a script and notes to use during the live stream. What's going on? How's it going? It's been a little while again. Let me start in the chat, y'all. Can you hear me? For real. What's going on? Can you hear me? For real. Do I get a 5x5? Let me get caught up, y'all. I got to go. Hello, Hopperson. How you doing? Appreciate that. 5x5. Rebecca Lynn. Hello, ma'am. You like that tune? Hello. Welcome in. Appreciate it, y'all. Where do I start? Where do I start? I can't even see myself.
On the sidewalk cracks. City hums, but it don't give
I can't see myself over here.
What's left to lose?
Curious Georgia.
What's left to prove? Hands in my pocket.
CSE driver. Hello. Welcome in. We rocking, y'all. Let it ride. The Watchman. What's going on? Appreciate it, y'all. Thank you. Please hit that thumbs up as you come in. Like, man, where do I start, y'all?
on a sleepless street.
Appreciate it. Share me out. Hit that thumbs up. I'm going to get started here in a minute, y'all.
Don't talk too loud. Don't dream too high. The moon's just a whisper in a blood-red sky. Super
I got to ask y'all something. Y'all remember that tweet? Y'all remember that tweet? Candace Owens. I could dig it up. Saying a 9/11 style event for December 14th. It was December 14th in Australia when that so-called shooting happened. Remember that, right? That's just not too long ago, y'all. But is it relative to a 9/11 event? I put it out there. I was hoping nothing would happen. Like I said in the live stream. What are y'all doing, y'all? Did you make that song? Yeah. Curious Georgia, I made that song. Why am I losing everybody, y'all? I'm bleeding. It's all good, y'all. What? I don't think it was. Just me. No. You're a cool cat, Dave. Well, thank you. Can y'all hear me? I just want a yes or no question answer, you know? Was that in Australia a 9/11 style event? To me, it wasn't. Candace Owens put a tweet out there, but something did happen on December 14th, and I'm not going to talk about it no more. I put it out there. I shared that information, but to me, it wasn't a 9/11 style event. 9/11 style event would have been massive, y'all. Massive. Yes. Thank you, Curious Joe. Y'all don't have to answer if you don't want to. It's all good, y'all. Let me finish playing the music.
It's all good, it's all fine. Love burns hotter than the wire. Love burns hotter than the wire. Out past the edge where the stars don't shine. Lost in the rhythm of the ticking time. Super Dave in the dark in the light.
Hello, little bit me.
Chasing love, chasing life, chasing the fire. Super Dave, doing fine, yeah, we're alive. Move and let it ride. It's all good, it's all fine. Love burns hotter than the wire. Love burns hotter than the wire.
All right. Some flash news right here. Let me share this information right here if I can. It just went away. A Kentucky child that's been missing since 1983 has just been found. I'm like, man, where do I start? With all these floods happening over in Washington State, levees busting, you name it, y'all. Trump gave a speech last night. He seems out of touch with reality. I'm like, man, I'm not even going to examine that speech. I could go back and play it. And he's like, the economy is doing good. Where? For real, y'all. He said gas is less than $2.50 a gallon. I found it. It was $2.49 in Columbia, South Carolina, for a gallon of gas. For real. I went down the road. It was $2.65, $2.79. I'm like, man, this president that I was hoping the best and wishing the best for is really out of touch. Let me read some of the chat, y'all. Hello. How you doing, Wayne DePayne? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you. The Watchman, Trump was lying through his teeth, and the MAGA base is eating it up. I get it. Yeah, the MAGA base. I'm like, man, do they even believe it? Is the MAGA base so blind that they cannot see what's really happening? I don't like to sit here and talk about our president. I really don't, y'all. I talked about Biden a little bit, wearing them masks and everything. You know, he come out 7 feet tall and things like that, y'all. But this president, he's like, man, he's even farther out of touch, y'all. I'm not going to call him any names. I would never dare do that, you know. It's not in my character to do that. Yeah, I mean, I think of names that I could call him, but I won't do it. I got to be easy over here on YouTube, y'all. I'm going to start me a Rumble channel. Matter of fact, I do have a Rumble channel, and I'm going to put it together. You know, I got one video on it. Super Dave 44 is the channel on Rumble. What I'm saying, I need to tie them together when I go live on YouTube and go live on Rumble at the same time, you know. But anyway, blessings to you, Rebecca Lynn. Who else? Hopperson. Good to see you, Hopperson. Hate that you have to go. Yeah, I got a jam, Curious Georgia. Thank y'all. The Watchman. Good to see y'all. Everybody's here, but everybody's not, you know. It's been a while, y'all. Thank y'all. Really. I mean, like, really, where do I start? Did you make that? Yeah. I'm like, man, I got to catch up in the chat. Give me 1 second. Little bit me? Yes. Hello, Mike Smith. I knew I was missing somebody, man. How you doing? Good to see you. If y'all didn't know, Mike Smith, I don't know if I have permission, y'all. We've been praying for our brother Mike Smith here on YouTube. Really have, yes. I should have been live talking, you know, and asking the community. Is it okay if I mention it, Mike Smith? Please let me know in the chat. Thank you. I mean, I don't like to put information out there I hadn't asked anybody about. People tell me all kind of stuff about other channels that I never even talk about, you know. I'm like, man, I don't have permission, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really want stuff coming back on me if I don't have permission, y'all. Well, thank you, Mike Smith. Let me share this with everybody. Johnny Smallpepper, how you doing? I don't see you. Where you at? I see you now. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. To my knowledge, what I was told, Mike Smith's oxygen was dropping, and he went into the hospital again, you know. And to my recollection, what I was told, that he had pneumonia. So, yeah, he was in the hospital, I believe, last week, a few days. I try to clean cut it as I can, y'all. I received, you know, a notice that he was there, and over on Daniel's channel, we have been praying for Mike Smith. It's good to see you back out here on the YouTube land, Mike Smith. We have been praying for you, brother. And I appreciate all your support. God bless you. May you heal, you know, and be happy. That's what it is all about, y'all. Hello, Sky Sailor. Good to see you. Thank you for coming in. Much love, much appreciation. Yeah, I wish I'd have went live and been able to tell it, and been able, without permission, I don't normally tell anybody anything. So that's where I stand on that. Complete healing in Jesus' name. For real. Y'all share me out. I don't even know where to start anymore, y'all. It's in the title. So much is happening, y'all. I don't even know if I want to go there anymore. I'm like, man, YouTube is on me. How many videos have I taken down? I mean, it's all good, y'all. I hope everybody's having a happy holiday season. The kids are out of school tomorrow, so I'm going to be like 2 weeks wrapped up in grandchildren, y'all. As y'all know, I take care of 2 of my grandchildren, me and my significant other. I missed a lot of people here. I've seen you in different chats and everything. I've been watching every now and then when I get spare time. I really have, y'all. Don't worry, be happy. That's for sure, y'all. Sky Sailor. Yeah, Sky videos, y'all. And I just discovered today, I'm not even going to show it, another channel used one of my videos from 6 years ago I didn't even know about. And it was a Sky video. I can prove it, but it's a waste of time, y'all. Really, how is everyone? I'm not really prepared for all this, but I could talk about a little bit of stuff. I have something in front of my screen here that's blocking my view, and it just goes on and on and on. StreamYard has taken down all my little videos of super chats and all them little. I'm like, man, I got to start all over again. I don't know what's going on, y'all. The program is broken in two, kind of a little bit of extra wording I put out there, y'all. For real. Y'all like Sky videos? Check out the Sky video channels, y'all. Like, where do I start? I mean, there's a lot going on. Brings me back to Western North Carolina. Yeah. The government's nobody's moving in, helping Washington State and any other of these states. They say there's like 3 or 5 states being affected. I'm like, man, they're doing nothing. When it comes to this weather manipulation and all this stuff that's happening, if you get flooded out or whatever the situation, hurricanes are hitting, don't sit around and wait on the government because they're not coming. They're not coming anywhere to help anybody, y'all. You know that. Nobody got time. How you doing? Good afternoon. Hello, Supriya. Suprio. How do you say that? Let me go to your channel. Sup Rio. How are you? Good to see you. Let me turn you blue. Appreciate it. Thank you for coming in too. I turn everybody blue, y'all. If you got a channel, thank you for subscribing to my channel. I missed everybody, y'all. I can't make no more promises, y'all. I'm like, man, I fell off the wagon like a week ago, y'all. Doesn't mean I got drunk or anything else, because I didn't. I'm like, man, it's hard to keep up with everything, It really is. I'm not going to worry myself about it. I'm like, man, there's so much happening, and there's people, these good channels out there, they put out videos. I don't know how they don't fall off the wagon every now and then like I do. I try to dribble a lot of things, family and a lot of other things all at the same time, and trying to keep up with YouTube and what's happening in the world. It's like a major job, y'all. You know what I mean? It really is. Wife's in Vegas today. I'm at camp with our little dog, Shotzi, huh? Hello, everyone. Sup, Rio? Good to see you. Thank you. Yes. Welcome. Highway 2 could be closed till next spring. Super Chad is out of town. Super Dave, good to see you. Nobody got time. I'm from the government, and I'm here to help. Well, let's play a video or two. How about that? So I don't have to talk the whole time, and you'll get like, man, there's something going on, y'all. You know what I mean? Because there really is. The disrespected trucker. How about that? He got something on here to say, too. Because Western North Carolina, to my knowings, have gotten no help. To my knowings, the state of North Carolina is offering to buy people's land and stuff like that. I mean, is that help? They're not going to give you the amount it's worth. Listen to this guy, you know. He says it brings me back to Western North Carolina, Hurricane Helene. If y'all hadn't seen some of the flooding, I don't even know if I got any videos ready for that. But the flooding over there in Washington, yeah.
We have a second levee failure in Washington. We have people literally running for their lives to stop from getting drowned by all the water. And where is Washington? Where is the president? Where is the help? Because they've been going through this for a couple of days now, and levees are starting to break, and people's lives are at risk. And I haven't heard the president or anyone in Washington talking about this. They have a disaster going on right now, hundreds of millions of dollars in damage going on right now as we speak. Have you heard anything? I haven't heard anything. What are we doing to help those people up in Washington state? As people run for their lives and take anything they can grab and hold on to and just run, what is the government response? What are we doing to help these people in Washington state? Because so far I've heard nothing from Donald Trump or this administration. Let me know if you've heard anything.
Let me know if you've heard anything. Have y'all heard anything? Like, what's the next big plan, you know? What's the next big plan to save these states and the people in it, you know? If you've heard anything, please put it in the chat. RJ Karen, hello. How are you doing? What channel is this? Let me subscribe so I can, yeah, I'll be able to. It's all good. Has anyone heard anything? CSE drivers, thank you very much. Appreciate that, yeah. Washington is known for the corruption, and Spokane is running to their law system of corruption. Well, the UK now is what? Under total government control. It's crazy, y'all, what's happening. You know, these people are trying to fight for their freedom. They're like getting nowhere, you know. It's going to take a little bit more. We need to help each other. That's all we have, each other. Yes, we need to help each other. You're right. But nobody cares. The government's not doing anything to care, you know. They're not doing anything. They're giving money all to these big corporations in different countries and doing nothing to help Americans. Americans are flooded out, you know, in debt. We've been promised $5,000. We've been promised $2,000. I don't see anything wrong with giving military people, veterans, $1,776 or whatever, y'all. He said it in the speech last night. In dividends. What does that even mean, y'all? You have to pay it back? Government's crazy, y'all. It doesn't have its priorities straight, you know? It's crazy. Hello, blistering barnacles. It's a mess here in the UK. Yes, I was watching some videos a while ago. People standing up for their rights, but they're getting nowhere, y'all. even immigrants and things, Can't speak a lot about it. There's a whole lot you can't talk about anymore, y'all. What is that word? Yeah. Anti-Semitism. Like, man, you can't even say anything, y'all. I need to get out here and put a piece of duct tape on my mouth because I like to talk a little bit, y'all. To keep from, being thrown off of YouTube. Just get a piece of duct tape and go live and sit here and look at everybody, y'all. Because YouTube's like, man, they got AI for real. And the AI will throw you off if you're not careful, y'all. Living in the world's final days, get right with God. Well, I believe that. It took me a while to accept that truth that we're living in the last days. And it's only going to get worse. You know what I mean? There's so much arguing about so many lovely little things, y'all. People arguing and arguing over is and was and the, what the meaning of these words. People's arguing whether the Bible is red or blue, if Santa Claus is black or white, you name it. The arguments are out there, concerning these things, y'all. Is Santa Claus black or white, y'all? I don't even care. The small, minuscule things that keep people arguing is deflecting them from learning the truth, and they're allowing it to happen. There's so many Karens out here, y'all. So many ignorant sheep. They don't even know what's happening in the world. Like, wow. Trump gave a speech last night. Wow. Like MAGA, for make America great again, yo. Like, when is it going to happen, Quit arguing over the small stuff, y'all. It doesn't matter to me if Jesus was black or white, red or green, whatever the cause, y'all. There are bigger things to worry about, like our freedoms, like the digital ID, and like all these other big things that we should be concerned about. You know what I mean? Let me read the chat a little bit, y'all. I refuse to stop sharing the truth. Please come and see what is in our skies. I know what's in the skies. I'm very aware of the aluminum, strontium, barium. Whatever they're spraying it, y'all. I'm aware of the radiation fog over there in California. Is that the fog that we received here in South Carolina and a lot of other states? Down to Florida, everywhere, y'all. Earlier in the year, was it radiation fog or what was it? I'm aware of what's going on, y'all. At least I think I am. But if you're still stuck in the circus, I'll pray for you. Well, thank you. I need prayer. We got 5 in the chat. Where'd everybody go? Is there somebody here you don't like? Let me know, y'all. What's going on? Let me play another video, y'all. Because there's a lot really happening. I'm not going to argue over the small stuff. The small stuff, I don't care nothing about it. There's some things I got here that I really don't even want to play because YouTube is crazy, y'all. Let me show you this here. I don't know if you've seen this little short video, but this has recently been found. It sure has. This little book or something, y'all. I'm like, man, this book, ancient page discovered with symbols that shouldn't even exist. Really? Anymore, you don't even know if something's real or not, I'm not taking everything to be real, but if let's say this was real. Let's just say for a moment, we got 6 in the chat. I usually could deal with 20, but it's all good. Are you still here, Mike Smith? I hope I didn't make nobody mad, y'all. Focus on Jesus, not the Antichrist. I appreciate it. I must have made people mad, y'all. I can just open my mouth and make people mad, y'all. I hope I have it, though. No, sir, that's what they're saying in the sky directions to hide what's really there. Thank you, Mike Smith. I appreciate it, man. I'm like, man, am I doing something wrong? But let me show you this here. Maybe this is not where I want to show it like this, but maybe it is. But yeah, let's run it slow a little bit. I'm like, man, is this even real, y'all? Playback speed nice and slow. The Watchman is good at stuff like this. What is this, Watchman? Not you, Dave. Calm down and take a chill pill. I don't have one. What kind of chill pill you talking about? I don't even take pills, y'all. Hello, a little bit me. Yes, people want to believe their delusion rather than the truth. In reality, most can't handle the truth. Thank you very much. Yes. Does anybody know what type? Is this even like from the olden days? Supposedly, this book has been discovered recently, and it has a lot of symbolism that like we've never seen before. Just thought I would play it. To me, it means nothing to me. I give it no power. I don't give any of this symbolism, this 666, this 33, any of that, any power. There's a channel out there that mentioned me. Y'all hear me good, please. I know who you are. I know what you said about me, and I really don't care. I was showing Candace Owens says a 9/11 style event was going to occur December 14th. And I said in the video, in the live stream, I don't know if this is going to occur. I hope it doesn't occur. Truthfully, I thought maybe something would happen in America. You know, not Australia, but who knew? I guess Candace Owens knew. Let me get to the point. This channel used December 14th with all their numbers. This channel said and predicted something to happen on December 7th. It didn't happen. Then they came up and said the mentioning of me, even after they were wrong in saying, don't listen to channels that are not telling the truth. I try to the best of my ability to tell the truth, y'all. I really don't want to show a lot of things I'm not sure about, but I do it anyway. You know, and try to explain it. And a lot of you already know what it all means anyway, you know. But yeah, I'm like, man, I've been watching that channel and figuring it out. But the point is that I'm trying to make is all these numbers. They can show you a bunch of numbers, but they don't come out with what the moral of the story is. Just saying, what does it mean, you know, with all these numbers? Donald Trump born this day, minus that day, minus this year. 611 is the equal numbers. Okay, what does it mean? You know? Just saying, y'all. Hey, I can shoot back at you, you know? Thank you. I just wanted to put that to rest, y'all. Before you go out there talking about somebody, make sure you know what you're talking about, you know? For real. Who was talking smack on Super That? Curious Georgia, I can't tell you who. I don't want to bring people's names up. But you look, you get it. You get what I'm saying. I know exactly it. I don't care nothing about it, y'all. This is my channel. Go down on your channel and explain what you see. Tell me what them numbers mean anyway, you know. I'm like, man, there's no moral to the story, y'all. With all these numbers, you know. I mean, I get it. I see it the same way. I mean, if it equals 44, 33, or whatever, or 66, whatever, y'all. But for this event that you're trying to explain, just tell me what it means, you know. Story's rested, y'all. For real. I don't care nothing about it, for real, y'all. What's their plan? To enslave every man, woman, and child. You know, that is their plan. And some of my days off here, I've been discovering there's families. Not only the family of 300, not only the central casting and all these things that's going on. There's another thing related to central casting I'm not going to show today because I'm like, man, where do I start, you know? For real. The number stuff is a waste of time. I don't say it's a waste of time. I'm just like, where is the moral, you know? What does it mean? People dramatize and they say, well, something's going to happen. With these numbers, I need to stop, y'all. But if these numbers are telling you something, shouldn't they be telling you when? Shouldn't they? Just saying. I'm not going to say they're a waste of time. This person had 150 people in his chat, you know? And like, the numbers took him nowhere. But he showed a bunch of numbers, you know? This is my channel. I can say what I want to say, y'all. And if you're watching, go show your numbers and don't bring up other people, you know? Because I'm going to catch you when you do. Just saying, y'all. Super Dave's watching, y'all. I'm watching a lot of channels. I just don't get it, you know? Why do you put... That's it, y'all. Yeah. Let me go back to this story here I've been telling y'all about. Because you might be eating plastic and you don't even know it. Are you eating plastic? Do you not even know if you're eating plastic? Just saying. Who's eating plastic? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because I want to prove that we could be eating plastic. She love. Let me find that. I like to show videos out here. People's got proof. You know, like Super Dave, you said with rice is plastic. I never said all rice is plastic. This big quality burlap sack, quality rice. Like, man, how they put it without plastic, wrapped up in a burlap sack. Air is getting to it. It's not molding, it's not going bad or anything. There's a way to test your rice. I wouldn't be eating plastic, y'all. It's killing you. If you are, you got to make sure. These people here, I'm good on rice. Our country sacrifices our health for profit margins. The U.S. imports 1.5 million metric tons of rice every year. That's $1.5 billion. You're eating plastic rice. Are you?
I'm about to prove to you that what you think is rice at the grocery store is actually probably killing you.
Normalize the normalize mixing the endoplasticness. Something is wrong. Something is wrong.
I know, y'all. Plastic is in everything. Hello, raising my boys. Thank you for hitting that thumbs up and coming in. Microplastic, plastic bottles, plastic everywhere, plastic in your brain, plastic in your stomach, plastic in your intestines, plastic in the air, plastic everywhere. But are we eating plastic rice? Just saying. A lot of times you never know unless you do a test on it, Just saying, y'all, because rice sells. The Philippines, they eat large amounts. Chinese. You can go to a Chinese restaurant, there's rice, yellow rice, brown rice, you name it. Rice, and more rice. Japanese, it's rice everywhere. American, I love rice and gravy, y'all. For real. I'm like, man, am I eating plastic, y'all? Kind of like the dog food, y'all. It's cardboard, For real. Hello, blue light. The Watchman, get your McRib sandwich. Yeah, the McRib. The McRib is just a bunch of fat and whatever else, like the weenies, y'all, and the ground beef. Because you don't know what we're eating anymore. They're poisoning us, y'all. For real. Kind of like the Titanic going down, There's a storm coming, y'all. I think you know it is, For real. Just test your rice every now and then, y'all. McNasty, yeah. You got that right. You make sure these videos ain't playing in the background, because there's some playing in the background and it pulls on my. Hello, John Boy. How you doing, man? Yeah, some of these are playing in the background. They pulling on my system here a little bit. Bridges are collapsing, levees are falling, and people are evacuating. We talked about this a few minutes ago, in Washington State. How you doing, John Boy? Good to see you, man. You ain't had no more run-ins with the law, have you? I had a run-in with the law, and I need to do I need to do a little bit of finishing touches on stuff, y'all. I'll say it like that. Because the police anymore, they think they have more authority, let's say, than what they really have, They really do, y'all. McCrap. Yeah, you're right. McCrap. Good to see you, John Boy. Really, blue light. Let me check your channel here. Appreciate it, man. Thank you for coming in. Blue light. RJ Karen. Sup, Rio. Appreciate y'all for hitting that thumbs up. There's a lot of stuff they don't want me to play because the AI is watching everything. You can't talk about it anymore, You really can't, y'all. You cannot, you can't even mention it. I'm like, man, what is going on? Where do I start, y'all? I started a while ago. Let me play this guy's, because this guy's right, y'all. I know it's 9 minutes long. Y'all might not like it, but I'm going to listen to it because he's right. Trump's speech last night. I didn't really want to go into it because I don't like talking about the president. Did y'all see the pink fog? There's been pink fog too, y'all. Let me get some of this stuff off. California been experiencing a lot of fog. They even got some pink fog. And we talked about that fog a little while ago too. I'm skipping around on purpose because I'm tired of the algorithm messing me up. I got so many things up here, I don't know what it is. NOGPS. All right, let me get that. NOGPS. Right here. Come in, conspiracy theorist.
Thousands of Californians are being told to stay inside as air quality takes a dangerous dive across the state. From the Sierra Valley down through our local communities in Ventura County, a spike in fine particle pollution, known as PM 2.5, has triggered a health warning from the EPA. Over the weekend, levels on the Air Quality Index hit 157, officially landing in the unhealthy zone. For those of us in Ventura, Ojai, and the surrounding areas, this isn't something to ignore. These particles are tiny, smaller than a single strand of hair, which means they can travel deep into your lungs and even enter your bloodstream. The EPA warns that this specific type of pollution is one of the most dangerous because it's invisible, but can cause serious heart and lung issues if you're exposed for too long. AIR now is specifically warning vulnerable groups, including young children, teens, seniors, and anyone with existing heart or lung conditions, to move all outdoor activities inside or reschedule them entirely. Conditions are changing fast. And with PM 2.5 coming from vehicle emissions to distant wildfire smoke, the unhealthy red zones on the map can shift without much warning. Keep your windows shut and check the live Air Now maps before heading out for the day. Have you noticed a haze or scratchy throat in your neighborhood today?
Yeah, they're doing this. All this radiation fog and this pink fog and this blue rain, all these things, they're doing all this, y'all. This is not natural. Anything unnatural, they're doing it. They're causing it. They're contaminating the planet, the earth, whatever, the air, the skies, the water, the food. They're contaminating the people, y'all. It's a slow kill. And the AI is not going to like it because I just said it. The truth is the truth, y'all. If it ain't truth, why talk about it, you know? Ain't no need to tell no lies. For real. Hello, John P. and Nez Lover. How y'all doing? Good to see you, John Boy. Appreciate it, man. I hope everything's going well. Blue Light is probably having a California pink latte. Yeah. Ain't it crazy, y'all? Pink fog. How you doing, John P? Super Dave, the Duluth is coming. It is. Mr. Mensa, hello, chemtrails. I think it's deeper than chemtrails, y'all. It's deeper than chemtrails. You don't remember Deep Deagle, depopulation? Do you remember the Georgia Guidestones? Do you remember all these things that we're being told? It's even in the UN for population control. It really is, y'all. It's one of their rules. They got to do it, y'all. At least they think they got to do it, you know. I don't want to be their victim, y'all. You know, I'm not going to predict digital money or anything else. You know, we already have digital money. Do you have on your iPhone? Do you? Your money wallet and things like that? You're already going digital. Do you have on your phone your fingerprint where you can get in? Or your facial recognition? If you do, you're already into the digital world somewhat, you know? Just saying, y'all. There's so many subjects to explore. I'm like, man, where do I start, y'all? If y'all pray, please fill up a ricochet in prayer. A horse who hurt his hind hock that I have been nursing back to health. And thank you for a little bit me. I'll pray for the horse. Raising my boys. Appreciate it. Thank you. I was thinking the same thing. Well, let's see what he was thinking, y'all. Mike, that wasn't a live speech. It was pre-recorded or AI generated. You think so last night, huh? It's very possible. Why wouldn't it be an AI generated, you know? Just saying. I watched it. It was like 20, 22 minutes long. I was like, man, there's a song about you know? There's a song about him, y'all. It says mother is out of touch with reality. But I believe the president, y'all, he's like out of touch with reality, you know? It's crazy, y'all. What world does he live in? Because he definitely don't live in the United States, you know? He must be in the White House, you know, tucked away from everybody else. I thought this man used to know what happened on CNN and Fox, breaking news at the moment. He'd know if Washington is being flooded. You'd have thought he would have come out and said, we're coming to help you in Washington state, you know, and all these other states being affected last night. Was there a serious message? We was told that the economy is doing good and like, man, he's out of touch with reality, y'all. You know, that things were already better, you know, that even illegals aren't being hired anymore, you know. All the jobs that were hired for were all American jobs. I'm like, man, where is this guy at, y'all? You know what I mean? I appreciate it, y'all. You got to talk about the truth, y'all. I mean, that's the way I felt about it. This man's out of touch with reality. For real. He's definitely not living in the same world that I'm living in. I won't speak for nobody else. For real, y'all. Hello, Buckeye Jim. Good to see you. Felix the Cat, good to see you. I have a good time with all of y'all. You're just a chemtrail cowboy. For real. There is a chemtrail cowboy out there. Is he in the chat? Did I miss him? I appreciate there's big channels out there that watch me, y'all. People that shared my videos and put it in their videos, my sky videos. I discovered one today. But I'm like, where do I start, y'all? You know what I mean? It's crazy. Because I could share Trump's speech from last night, but we'll see, y'all. Are you paying attention to what's going on? I'm jumping around because if you're not paying attention, it's Washington, Idaho, and Montana. Bridges are collapsing. People are watching in real time and noticing things that don't quite add up. Ain't that crazy? I keep getting notifications and all this stuff. I just don't want to play a lot of long videos or anything like this. This is a minute video. Things just aren't adding up. They want you to watch this hand. Wow, that hand is, we talked about that 1,000 times, y'all. They got us all distracted with what's going on everywhere else, except for where we need to be watching, Just saying, y'all. Pay attention, Don't let them have, waste your time. Let's say. Don't let them waste your time, y'all. Like, man, why are you even telling me about that? Because that is nothing. That's left, right, red, blue, whatever, y'all. That's the trap over there. For real. Man's not even in reality, y'all.
Are you paying attention to what's happening in Washington, Idaho, and Montana? They are experiencing devastating flooding, and nobody's talking about it. It's December, there should be snow on the ground for most of these places, and life should look normal. Instead, there is no snow. There's flooding in winter. Bridges are collapsing, levees are failing, people are evacuating, and hundreds of thousands are left without power. And we're told it's just an atmospheric river. But people are watching the weather radar in real time and noticing things that don't quite add up. Strange anomalies, unusual patterns. I'm sure it's just a glitch in the system, nothing to question, and has nothing to do with weather modification. Did you know that in 1997, the United States Secretary of Defense said that some countries were working on technology to trigger natural disasters, volcanoes, earthquakes, storms on command? This was 30 years ago. So imagine what they're capable of today. I'm not saying that this historic flooding happening in Washington, Idaho, and Montana is connected, but ask yourself, is this nature or is
that nature? We have to ask these questions. Just because you see water breaking down a bridge, carrying down a house, down the river and all that, you're like, is that nature, Has this place been here 50, 75 years and nature hasn't done that up until now? Kind of like the snow, y'all. If the snow feels like styrofoam or it doesn't melt, any of these qualities that are normally like nature, then you have to ask yourself, is nature doing this? You know what I'm saying? Because it doesn't seem natural, Why they got you distracted thinking that gas is coming down and the economy is doing better? Yeah, the country is crashing. That's the way they do it, They're going to tell you everything's fine and dandy. There's nothing to see here. While everything is falling down around us. Just saying, y'all. For real. Hello, Suspicious Skies. Face to Ace. Good to see y'all. Thank you. I appreciate that, y'all. Please hit that thumbs up. Good to see everybody in the community. Washington and Oregon and San Francisco are going to have the Cascadia Quake Shake. They probably will. Is that natural? You know, you have to ask yourself, these events, are they natural? You know, just saying. When something new occurs, I could even, you know, think about and dream up things. You know, the Great Lakes and things. Do y'all know if the Great Lakes, they busted, let's say, the dams, and is that natural? You know, is the water, where would it go? All that water would drain down and mess up a lot of states. You know? Excuse me. I think that's in part of the plan. Something I've never even mentioned before. But I'm like, you know, the Great Lakes could mess up a lot of stuff. Like Super Dave, where do you come up with this stuff? I can't tell you. Yeah. Let's see if we can share anything else, y'all. Because I'm having a great afternoon. Are you? Really, I'm having a great afternoon. I hope you all are. I really do, y'all. Hope you're having a great holiday and everything. Yeah, here's more of that fog. I did a video earlier. Let me get this post here ready. I want you to see this. Falconry Finance is showing this Central Valley fog. Here's another prime example of that fog. Just saying, y'all, the Central Valley fog is finally gone, which means people will stop doing videos showing it's full of toxic crap. Yeah, that's what an inversion layer over a major industrial agricultural worldwide powerhouse accumulates over 4 weeks of trapped atmosphere. It burns, it hurts. Let me show you this video here. Like, man, I didn't just come up with one video. I did a video earlier about this fog that's got bubbly, oily substance on top of it and everything, y'all. This ain't, and you know, people say this fog getting watery and everything, but over several days of this fog lingering, people, this water or whatever has captured, you know, these entrapment places, you know, like a cup or whatever, you know, however they're capturing this stuff. I'm just going by what they saying this is from the fog. I wasn't there. I don't know 100%. I'm sharing information that other people say that's what it is. Watch here. Let me get it large.
All right. So I took the other sample in, and I've been collecting more of this particles in the fog or whatever the substance is, and I put it in here. So, and I got a shiny light. So now you're getting kind of a look straight at the stuff. It's definitely like an oily texture, and it is on top. And I do have like a magnifying glass, but I don't think that it's going to work. But see them bubbles on top of that moisture? The moisture collects in there, and so do the particles. And you see like this stuff, it's like, I don't know, it's like oil. People have been saying like glycerin or glycerine or something. I'm not sure, but I know that this might be why everybody's getting sick. So, crazy fog of 2025. Thank you.
Yeah, that's the crazy fog of 2025. This broken down, melted, whatever you want to call it. This accumulated in this pan or whatever this is, you have to ask yourself the same thing I've been asking myself about, is this natural? It doesn't look very natural to me, y'all. Just saying. An oily substance. If that's even from the fog, 100%, it doesn't look natural to me. I've never seen my fog do that. And next time we ever get a fog like that again, because I did a video and a short about it also, that fog looks like little particles floating around. Just saying. I'm going to figure out a way to capture some of it like that again, or even if I can't, whatever, if it's in a bucket outside, whatever it can do, we can do to get it tested. Just saying, y'all, we need to figure out, these people in California, they're getting it tested. They're going to figure it out. I hope. In that one video, the guy said he's going to dry it out. Why would you dry it out? Wouldn't you use droplets under a microscope? Just saying, like watery droplets. But it sure don't look natural to me anyway, so thought I'd share that one because there's more than one video about it, It is. I think it's hydrogel. I remember you putting that in my other video. Yeah. I looked hydrogel up. What is hydrogel? Hydrogel is a biphasic material, a mixture of porous and permeable solids and at least 10% of water and other interstitial fluid. Whatever that means. Hydrogel. Use a dehumidifier, place it out in the fog, and it will capture the fog moist. It sure will, won't it? The fog moisture. You pretty smart, John boy. Good idea, man. Looks like a bunch of white stuff floating in the air like snowflakes, like smart dust, Just saying, I don't know what it is. Maybe somebody will figure it out now. And some of this fog has been tested in Florida. I remember earlier in this year, this guy just said it's making people sick, the one we just played. I sure hope not, y'all. I sure hope not. Let's see if we got any more videos. How long we been live? All right, I don't want to play that one. We got a few more. People even in their pajamas. I'm skipping around, as you notice, I don't want the algorithm to throw me off, like do away with my channel. Just say they're in to get me, y'all. I fell off the wagon. A lot of people's falling off the wagon, y'all. I don't mean like I don't even drink, y'all. This is crazy. Thousands of people out on the roads in their pajamas trying to escape. That's crazy. Another 23-second video. I know y'all know about this stuff, but you don't know about everything, Even I don't know about everything, y'all. Let me catch up in the chat here. Thank you.
The levee in Pacific has broken. You need to go now. This is a level 3 go. There are hundreds of people in their pajamas now going there, trying to get buses together. For those of you who have already lost your cars, this is not like Tequila. This is a big one. There are now well over 1,000 residents here behind me who are emptying out.
Yeah, people in their pajamas. They was told to evacuate. I believe this was the day before yesterday. So, yeah. That a levee had busted. I may have been wrong. It could have been yesterday or the day before. That a levee had busted, that it was even going to be worse than the one before. Just saying, y'all. I could show y'all all kind of flooding, in Washington State. Maybe I'll do that. But, there's other things happening. besides the water. There's people trying to escape. There's houses, whole communities being wiped out, Just saying, it's happening. Did I play the? Yeah, I didn't play this guy's response to Trump's speech. All this is quite, around the same subject. It's like a 9-minute video. I really don't want to play it, but the guy's pretty smart, y'all.
Speech from President Trump was mostly inconsequential. And it kind of makes you wonder what even spurred it, what was even the purpose of it. But nonetheless, it just happened.
Yeah, like an address to the nation. Like, why? What? I mean, is it a diversion? Something's going on, y'all. Why was this speech even? It didn't even make any sense, y'all.
Witnessed it. And I think for most fair, honest, neutral observers, we saw the same thing, which was we've never seen Trump like that before. He was not his usual confident self. He seemed to be speed reading. The charisma was gone. The aura was gone. The swagger was gone. And the message was stale. There was nothing new. There were things that he said tonight that can just easily be disproven. Like he said that we only hire Americans now. They literally affirmed 120,000 H-1B visa workers this year. They affirmed the Trump Gold Card, which is about bringing in foreign workers. But none of that even matters. All of that is just slop. If you watched last night, Trump at the White House for the Hanukkah celebration, and then you watched Trump tonight when he's supposed to be addressing the American people, addressing the country, addressing Americans, his voters, his base, it's two totally different people. Now, what I think has happened is the reality has finally caught up to Trump, that much of his base has turned on him. The polls that he keeps claiming are fake are very real. And then as far as the agenda is concerned, I don't even know. I don't even know what the agenda is supposed to be. But this last 10 days have been the worst in Trump's presidency. Definitely the worst in the second term. From the new NDAA with more foreign aid, more billions of dollars for foreign countries and foreign wars. Haven't made a single deep state arrest. No.
Tucker Carlson came out and said yesterday that he knew about the Trump speech, that he had received word that it was going to be about invading Venezuela. Our war this coming is a war with Venezuelan even coming. A lot of people would have betted on it. They banked on this. This speech had nothing to do with nothing last night. Just saying, y'all, it made no sense whatsoever.
No, the U.S. economy is not doing great. You can't lie your way through that. You can't tell Americans that the economy is great as if they don't know they're financially struggling themselves, as if they don't know that. But to me, tonight's speech was like Biden's speech at Freedom Hall, if you remember that, when he had the red lights behind him and it was very awkward and clunky and he was kind of yelling and it was just very off-putting. That's what the speech tonight reminded me of. That was the vibes that I got from Trump's speech tonight. It was his Biden Freedom Hall moment. Now, there could be many factors that are leading to this, but keep in mind, Bongino announcing he's leaving today, that couldn't have felt good. And I'm sure that Trump is now concerned that others might decide to follow suit, especially if they now think that working for this administration is going to be damaging to their reputation. Think Jen Psaki. in the Biden administration. She was like, can't do it anymore. This is damaging. Got to get out. So I feel like things are really starting to get real for this administration and for Trump. And here's the simple
Bongino, what a joke. This man talked on the radio, talked in these shows and everything. Now he's getting to the bottom of it all. This Kash Patel, what a clown. What a clown these people are, y'all. Really. Bongino. Is he going to come out and tell what he found out while he was in the administration? Just saying, you know. Where is any of the truth ever going to come out about anything? They talked about these files. They talked about lock her up. They talked about all this. Even the pokey dokey, y'all. Nobody's coming out and really telling the truth about it, you know. Just saying, where do I start?
whole thing. Until you significantly cut taxes to the point where Americans are noticing it every single day in their paychecks, their wallets. I mean cut. I don't mean reform. I mean literally cut. Until you start completely eradicating a lot of these bureaucracies, which they have done a bit. They have fired a lot of the workers. They have shrunk the size of it, but not near to the extent that needs to be done. So you can't tell people you fixed the economy. You haven't made a single deep state arrest. You can't go up there and talk to the American people like it's 2024 and you're in an election cycle. You can't go up there after.
So many people don't get it. The deep state is all of them up there. That's the deep state. The deep state is not who we think might have been. The deep state is all of them.
After being in office for a year and blame everything on Biden, that's stale. That doesn't work anymore. You can't do it. And then you can't go up there and say, well, we're addressing the affordability crisis that 2 weeks ago you just called a hoax. But again, I just look at this as Trump's Biden Freedom Hall speech moment. I compare and contrast the joyous, happy, confident, charismatic swagger that Trump had last night compared to whatever this was tonight, rudderless. I don't even know what the purpose was. I don't know whose idea this was. And then you've got the Vanity Fair story that's been a disaster that Susie Wiles is responsible for. Trump comes out and says, yeah, actually, this is a war for oil. So here's what you got. Now the split is a guarantee. After this speech tonight, the fence sitters, the people that weren't sure, the bitter clingers, the neutral observers, the last 10 days, and maybe capped off by this speech tonight, I don't really know where Trump goes from here. Until you start making deep state arrests, until you start significantly cutting taxes, until you stop supporting wars, none of these things are hitting. None of the things you say about the economy, none of the things you say about being a peace president, none of the things that you say about Biden and the deep state, none of it hits. It's just
I get it within the first 6 months or the year or whatever from the previous administration. But he's blaming. Isn't this something, one of his promises that he said he wouldn't go? He was like comparing. I don't want to keep talking about the man. I really don't. I still have hope for our country, for the people that will stand up against, and wait. Some of these people, like this man last night, just saying, the T-man. People can wake him up if it's a real human being. I don't even know if this man's a reptilian or whatever, y'all. Just saying. T-man might not even be a real person. Kind of like Biden, y'all. He wore a mask. It's crazy, y'all. Central casting, Something else I'm going to get into again. Central Casting. I got some more information out there, and it's kind of big, y'all. Central Casting goes way beyond than what a lot of people realize. Let me finish this man's words right here.
Swing and miss, swing and miss, swing and miss, and now it's strike three, you're out. So I don't know where the White House and the administration goes from here with all of this, but I'm going to tell you, I think that this month and then going into January, this is where, the MAGA divide, civil war, whatever you want to call it, this is the moment. This is the official split. It's not going to be connected anymore. And now you're going to have people that are mad when you just report the truth. And now you're going to have people that are mad. And it's like when you leave the cult and other cult members stick around and they get mad because you left the cult. But that's what this has become. And I find it funny. Oh, you're a grifter. You're a grifter. What are you? Do you even know what a grifter is? If I was a grifter, I'd be sticking around. If I was a grifter, I'd be feeding you the MAGA slop. If I was a grifter, I'd be taking all of the offers from DC to go get the access and be a part of the fanfare. I don't want.
I know most of you know, but there may be somebody here that don't know. MAGA, MAGA, magician, it's the wording. It's MAGA means the highest ranking in that church, right? Think about it. If you know, put it in the chat, y'all. Because I don't want that. I don't want YouTube. This is for entertainment purposes only,
Want it because I'm not a grifter. I'm a truth teller. So it's really, the administration and Trump, okay, they're going to do their own thing and they're going to be in charge of their own legacy. That's politics. But the MAGA movement, to see what the people have become, and I'm just wondering, it's like, well, what do you expect to get now? Is it just cheerleading? Is it just cheerleading and hats and pictures and artwork and NFTs and crypto coins and Trump RX and Trump Watch? And what is it that you want? I want deep state arrests. I want the federal bureaucracies annihilated. I want tax cuts, like gone, not reform.
I didn't see anybody put it in the chat. But MAGA means the highest ranking in the Church of Satan, right? I said it. YouTube, entertainment purposes only.
I want foreign aid ended. I want foreign wars over. And again, if we want to talk about the criminals from the last administration, the auto pen, the stolen election, everything, where are the arrests? So if MAGA is not for that, then I don't know what it's for, but that's what I'm for. That's what I voted for. That's what I fought for. And I'm not going to sell myself out, and I'm not going to lie to my audience just because I want to wave the pom-poms and do the high leg kicks and get the access and take the pictures. Not going to happen here. So this is going to be an interesting day tomorrow, I'll tell you that. And the split now is going to be complete in January. Now, if there's any good news.
However, Billy, I don't think the three magi bringing gifts to baby Jesus has anything to do with the MAGA, the MAGA, Make America Great Again, hidden behind what I just said.
We're in the first quarter here of this administration, and they can certainly turn it around. They got plenty of time to do so. But the midterms are approaching fast, and things aren't looking good. And you know what's going to happen if the Democrats win. You know what's going to happen, folks. So they better right this ship fast. But if Trump doesn't have people in his ear telling him, hey, look, here's what you got to do. Here's what needs to get done. Here's why the speeches aren't hitting. Here's why the base is upset. Here's why the poll numbers are bad. Then I don't see anything changing. And I don't know what the American people are going to get out of this administration. But don't be fooled, folks. The poll numbers dropping is very real. And the longer this crap goes on, the worse it's going to get. The more you're going to see people abandoning Trump and this administration and the support for it. And you can cry and wail and gnash and call the names and everything else, just like the left does, but it's not going to change anything. It's not going to change anything. So get ready for a whirlwind in the next 3 weeks, because the storm is approaching, but I don't think it's the storm that we wanted.
Yeah, the storm is coming. Something we've been talking about here on the channel. The storm is coming. And I believe it's approaching, and I believe it's out there. This storm that is approaching, like, would take many different angles, you know, of many different people. Just saying, you know, the storm is not going to represent the same thing in every class of human being, let's say. But the storm is coming. Just saying, y'all. Yeah. Want to share a little bit of that. I appreciate it, y'all. Y'all feel like ending? Let's keep going if you want to go. Trump knows exactly what he's doing, and none of it is good. I agree 100%. He knows what he's doing. Even if all the people turned against him, y'all, nobody's going to stop his agenda. Do you know, I mean, there's information out there. A lot of these executive orders has given, I mean, he'll tell you one thing or the other, but these executive orders, a lot of them has given more priority, more laws and rules for the federal government. Do you know that? Did you know that? These executive orders ain't representing all of us here in America. If they were, where is the change? Where is the change? Tell me that now. If they were for us, where is the change taking place? Where is it at? Just saying. I'll read some of the chat. Politics, not my baby. Yeah, not my baby either. It used to be. I used to get into politics big time, and I believed it. But I don't believe it anymore. I want you to know that, what's her name? Ivanka Trump. Didn't she just recently join? Now, they ain't going to like this. I can't help it, y'all. Yeah, Ivanka Trump. Is President Trump Jewish? Well, Ivanka Trump recently joined. You know, I'm not anti-Semitic. I don't care what religion you are. That ain't my point. God loves all of us, all his children. We are all children of God. But a lot of people think, you know, this president is a Christian. A lot of people still believe it. You know, the wool's been pulled over their eyes. Just saying, you know, is Trump Jewish? YouTube, this is for entertainment purposes only.
Is Trump Jewish? Like, I'm asking for real. Like, I've been sent a lot of videos, and I'm asking this so you can comment below, but is he Jewish? Because I saw that his daughter converted to Judaism, and then I saw this very disturbing video where he pretty much confirms the question that I'm asking, but is he just saying this? But this is with Mark Levin on stage where he says it's true, it's true.
And these people do like Israel. Hold on. And he loves Israel too. It's true. 2 seconds. 6 years ago, I was up here, and I said, "This is our first Jewish president." It's true. Now he's the first Jewish president to serve two not consecutive presidencies. We thank you for everything.
That's right. Bad things happened on the second one. Namely, the election was rigged. And we found out, and you see that happening. But
And you are the greatest president.
Thank you.
And then I saw this video. This is alleged because I don't know, but I think we should probably talk about this video if it's true.
Donald Trump converted to Judaism 2 years ago, according to White House official. There it is. That's his blog. He said, President Donald Trump converted to Judaism 2 years ago and joined Chabad Lubavitch Synagogue in New York City, according to a high-level White House official. Mr. Goldberg says the story has allegedly been held by CNN's editors for months, but is due to be released within the next few days. David Elias Goldberg, a fellow at the Jewish Center of Anti-Semitic Study, has also interviewed the White House source. According to the source, Trump was pushed by his daughter Ivanka and son-in-law Jared Kushner to join the faith. At first, Trump resisted, stating it would threaten his base of evangelical Christian voters. However, he had a change of heart and officially converted in early 2017. The ceremony was held in private and closely guarded for nearly 2 years.
And then I saw that he said this, which was really alarming, actually, as a Christian.
I don't think there's anything going to get me in heaven. Okay, I really don't. I think I'm not maybe heaven bound.
Anyway, I don't know what to say about that. It's disturbing. That last video is the most disturbing. If you're a Christian and you know that Jesus is the Christ and that you have repented of your sins, that he is the way. Anyway, what do you think? Do you think that he is a Christian or is he Jewish?
If it's right in front of us, like a lot of these things they put right in front of us, is he Christian or is he Jewish? It doesn't matter to me, but it matters, I mean, in a way, to a lot of people that believed one way or the other. Just saying, I can't give much opinion about it anymore, y'all. They don't want you talking about it, you know? They really don't. They might be like, man, you're anti-Semitic. You know, I'm not anti-anything. Except for, you know, like, if it's bad, if it's real bad, you know. I'm anti-murder. If you want to live your life, I mean, really, as Jewish or Buddha, that's your prerogative. But don't make a population of people believe something that isn't true, you know? Just saying, come out and tell the truth about it, you know? That way, in the end, when it all washes out, you know, people already know. Instead of beating around the bush and misleading people, y'all, you know how all this is going, you know? We've been misled about many things, you know? Over time, we just don't know what's happening. Like, is this really happening? You know, it's crazy, y'all. Did somebody else come in the chat? Let me see. What's their plan? They want to enslave every man, woman, and child. I was going to go up to 2 hours. I got about 20, 30 more minutes. Hello, Laura Kay. Thank you for coming in, ma'am. Good to see you. Good afternoon. Hope you're having a wonderful holiday, everyone. I'll just leave it at that. I don't have to put a Christmas tree up. People like, man, I get it, y'all. I get it. It's not even in the Bible, okay? Jesus' birth was in the Bible, though, and probably most likely happened at a different time of the year. Okay? I'm not paganistic. Just saying, I'm not a pagan. Symbolism and things mean nothing to me. I don't even have a cross. I don't wear a cross. I don't have a picture of Jesus in my home. You name it. Symbolism means nothing to me. But I get it. If you're born and raised to participate, you know, in Christmas and things, I mean, I get it. I understand. I don't condemn anybody. The only reason I'd condemn somebody is if they're irresponsible, they're drunk, and can't support themselves and live on other people and things like that. I will express, be a man, grow up, you know? Just saying, y'all. There's people out there like that can't grow up. They just can't do the right thing, you know? Just saying, y'all. And no, I'm not talking about anyone in particular. There's a lot of people out there like that. You know, it really is. Good to see you, brother. Thank you. I am making au gratin potatoes. I love au gratin potatoes. I really do. Are those real potatoes? Because we know a lot of times we could be eating plastic rice, y'all. I miss y'all. That's why I'm going on and extending it a little bit longer. Going shopping. If you want to go shopping and buy somebody something for the holiday, just saying, you know, you want to give somebody a gift, it's better to give than receive. That's what it's all about, y'all. Is, you know, giving. The season is about Jesus, you know, but our participation in it is to give, you know, better to give than receive. Make somebody's day. You know, that's what I meant. Because it is about Jesus, y'all. Don't get mad, nobody. Just try to help change me. Wake me up to the truth, you know. That's the way you go, you know. Wake people up to the truth. Don't put people down. You're a human being. They're equal human being. You're no greater, you're no lesser than anybody else. You know, I'm no better than you. You're no better than me. Never would I put anybody down unless they really, really deserve it, y'all. You celebrate Hanukkah, you celebrate anything you want. I understand. I really do. Because you've been believed to do that, you know. If you was raised up in a family in the gutter and thought the whole world was poor, you know, just saying. And you believe that most of your life, that you never saw anybody else more, nothing but poor, just saying. You're going to believe everybody's poor in the same way, you know. I can't help it. We believe things according to our own culture and the way we was raised and things like that, y'all. So it doesn't mean anybody's better or less than you. What did Jesus say about the less among us? If you do something to the least among us, you're doing it to him. So, you know, be courageous, y'all. Be brave and be understanding. All right, I may run another video or two, even though I don't want to take all your time today. Let me see right quick, because there is a lot of good information out there. Cold hard facts. Might want to listen up for this, because there is another family that I'm going to expose in the near future.
So you think the Jews are the ones controlling the world? Well, you're not entirely wrong. But what if I told you there are families that are even more powerful who are enslaving humanity, and the Jews are their fall guy? So who is the hidden hand? Well, that would be the 13 families that control the Vatican, Jesuits, and the Knights of Malta. Pope Boniface VIII created the Unum Sanctum Papal Bull, which is an express trust claiming all the souls on this planet. The most powerful and elite families today are the Farnese and the Orsini bloodlines. For reference, the Rothschilds come from the Farnese bloodline, and Queen Elizabeth comes from the Orsini bloodline. The Gray Pope, who holds the most power in the Vatican and controls the White Pope and all the Black Popes, is Pepe Orsini. The Medici family controls the media and medicine, shocking, based on their name. And the Colonna bloodline is where Christopher Columbus is from. and it's also the family that controls the District of Columbia. Are you seeing the pattern yet? All US presidents also have ties to these bloodlines or the Jesuits. The money, the banks, the government, they all tie back to these ancient and elite Italian and Persian bloodline. All modern religions were created and controlled by these powerful families as well, whether it's Islam, Judaism, or Christianity. These religions that used to be more scientific and literally based have become perverted by Babylonian occultists who worship Saturn. Baptism, communion, circumcision, when you really look at them objectively, they're occult rituals. When you start to truly unravel the dark forces behind every war, atrocity, and inquisition, they always tie back to these satanic murderers who practice black magic, pedophilia, and human sacrifice. These are the families that are truly behind the New World Order agenda, and they're trying to create World War III between the Muslims and the Jews. It's a giant ritual sacrifice. When you look to DC, all you see are Roman structures, and it shows you who's truly behind all of the atrocities in our world and our government. Our country has been controlled by Rome since its inception. So while Judaism and Zionism have become satanic cults, when we only focus on them, we're only playing into the hands of the people behind them who are even worse. Stop letting them operate in the shadows, or else you're just furthering their agenda.
Yep. Oh, you believe whatever they're telling us, you're furthering their agenda, that's for sure. As you know, I've been looking into this central casting and these 300 families and the committee of 300 to 13 families. Who's running the world, you know? There's some families in there that just wasn't mentioned. And I'm not going to expose that today. Everything she said, I believe is true, but there's more to the story, you know? There's a lot more to the story that most people don't even know about, y'all. Who's really running the show, you know? Just saying, who is it? Is it because we're allowing them to run the show? Just saying. Or they have that power anyway. This video is a little bit too long, ain't it? They're lying to you about everything. This guy, let me brief it up. 1913, 1933, 1944, 1971, 1994, 2004, 2010, 2020, and now coming 2026. Every money time, let's say the economy was going to collapse. The Great Depression, all these things that brought about changes. If anybody's listening, it was not to better anything for you and me. Every situation, it made the government more powerful, and it made the rich people richer every single time. Just saying. Just wanted to make sure I shared that information. Yeah. Every situation. So when the economy goes to a collapse this time, it's not going to better any situation for you and me when it comes to money. Money that really has no power. That's what that video that guy was going to say and talk about. I should have played it, but it's the truth, y'all, what he was saying. They made us believe that money has all this power, you know, because the money is giving them all the power. I don't know if that makes any sense, y'all. But every time, you know, their situation. Hello, Stacy Sela. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm missing the chat. Hello, Blind Straight. Yeah, not many talk about or speak against others, it calls for death in the Talmud. Dave was on my thumbnail. For real? Wealth isn't measured in money. A lot of people used to say I was rich. I'll take 1 minute to explain that I had the unity of a family and the responsibilities. You know, all that. People would call me rich. So you're right. You don't have to have a lot of money to be rich. I felt proud. I felt favored from God. And I still do, y'all. But being rich is having your health, having your happiness, having the unity of a family, having peace in your life. You are rich. Because a lot of people don't have all that. What is their plan? Is to enslave every man, woman, and child. Let's keep going because I ain't got long. What is their plan? Let's see how long this is. I appreciate the crowd that came in today. This is a little bit too long. Again, I watch everything I go to put up. Maybe I play it fast and be like half the time, you know. Let's see if it'll even make any sense.
There is a plot in the country to enslave every man, woman, and child. Before I leave this high and noble office, I intend to expose this plot. 7 days later, he died. The stuff that's going on around us today just doesn't make any sense. And as we go through this presentation, you'll start to realize why it doesn't make any sense. And that all of this is not by accident. That all of this misery and strife in the world today is actually by design. Why is the world divided like this? It is not by accident. All of this is by very meticulously planned action. It is all done by design through the control systems that run our world. All you got to do at all times is follow the money. You'll get to the top and discover the Rothschild banking empire and their cronies, the banking families, and what is often referred to as the royal political elite. These families that control the world did not suddenly come into power in the last 100 years. We're talking.
They've been doing this since the beginning of their power. Some people say hundreds of years, some people say thousands of years. But their original plan is to enslave every man, woman, and child. Just going by what somebody else said, unless somebody else can change my mind, I'm going to believe that. Truth Seeker. I don't know if this is the same Truth Seeker. Former UN employee Claire Edwards explains the next phase of the agenda. Let me slow it down. The next phase of the agenda. You got to catch it here in the beginning in like the first 10 seconds. And then I'll stop it for entertainment purposes only.
The second wave will be the electromagnetic weapon, and that is what we are facing now. And that's why
the electromagnetic weapon. The next phase. What about this AI? What is it? This 3i Atlas? We're at the closest right now that we're going to see the brightest. If you have a telescope, get out and take a good picture of it, y'all. This is my last little short video. We are at the closest or the brightest, whatever you want to call it, of 3i Atlas. Last night, tonight. It's December 19th. We're 5-6 days away from Christmas. Yes, we are, y'all. The 12th day of Christmas, my true love came to me. A partridge in a pear tree. For real. I'm going to pee somebody off. For real, y'all. Is the depopulation agenda and replacement agenda real or just a conspiracy? We got 3 minutes. I believe I'll run this one.
So do you guys honestly think the replacement theory is real and the depopulation theory is real? Because if you don't, let me just show you UN's own document that states that. And then if you actually read a book called The Committee of 300 by John Coleman, he's said to have been a whistleblower, an intel person who basically went and realized what the globalist plans were. So he wrote a book called The Committee of 300. And if you actually connect that to the Georgia Guidestones, where it says the exact same thing, and then also tells you exactly how many people should be on this planet by skin color, you will realize what their actual plans are. Now, when I say that they are flooding Europe, Canada, Australia with pretty much anybody without vetting anything, that's not me being racist. That's me telling you guys the truth, because they know that if you take people from third world countries and bring them into Canada, even though it's in a declining state, those people from those third world countries will look at Canada and think that it's amazing, because they do not realize just how awesome it was about 20 years ago. And so they will upkeep the regime, the liberal regime of that country, because to them it's an amazing upgrade from where they were from. And so they're being used to basically replace the population within Europe and Australia and the UK and Canada. And not a lot of people seem to realize that, but let me just show you the document so that I can kind of put the links together for people. UN's very own replacement migration. Replacement migration is a solution to declining and aging populations. And it tells you here exactly all the countries that they're targeting. Canada's not on this list, but you can see all of these other countries. And they are claiming that in addition to decrease in population size, Japan and the countries of Europe are undergoing a relatively rapid aging process, which means not only are we having less kids, but we're also living longer. Then the book, written by John Coleman, The Story of the Committee of 300, this passage explicitly details a plan to eliminate 4 billion useless eaters by the year 2050 through various means, including racist references to Chinese and Japanese people, linking depopulation to specific ethnic and racial groups. And if you want to go read, this guy actually puts all of them into one book, and I believe it's 121 pages, so it's super easy to read. If they truly wanted to solve this whole aging and population problem, wouldn't you try and get people of that nation to try and have more kids by making it cheaper to live, cheaper to have kids, making, processes for mothers so that they can actually stay home with their kids and raise them without having to work and, overwork themselves. And also they have done this through feminization or feminism, getting men addicted to porn, moral degradation of people in general, and then the family unit. And all of these things have actually played into the very situation that they wanted, so that they can do the replacement theory and then blame it on aging populations and declining birth rates.
Aging population, replacement theory. It doesn't seem like a theory anymore, does it? Just saying, y'all. Ask England, the UK. Ask them countries over there, is that a theory anymore, Just saying. Thank you, Thigman, for coming in. Good to see you, man. God bless you, brother. I keep you in prayer, Mike Smith. Yes, keep Mike Smith in prayer, y'all. Pray for everybody. Pray for yourself. Pray for everyone here. Hello, Leafy. They want to cancel the older generations and replace the knowledge. Kind of like Tartaria, I think about when you say something like that. Replace. Look at the money they spend on this aging population. Baby boomers. Health-wise, If they could, I don't even want to say, y'all, if they wasn't even here, let's say. That's money saved, I'm sorry, y'all, but the truth is the truth. Social Security, you name it. People drawing millions and billions of dollars every. I'm not saying one person is drawing that much. Retired people, all this money. Just saying, even though money is really worthless anymore, it really is. Resources, aging population. You're right. I'm gonna have to let y'all go, y'all. I've had a ball. Mad Catter, thank you, and good to see you. Laura K, for all here, much prayers and love to you. Vandenberg, glad to hear it. Leafy, yes. Let me check your channel here before I go. I'm going to play my same video that I played on the intro on the way out. I have done a little more studying on central casting, the hidden hand. I still have that book that talks about the hidden hand. And there's words of meaning I've looked up. Like it never even happened. Just saying. All that type of information, y'all, like it never even existed. Even though we know we exist, you know, the hidden hand. Our pet goat, too, has the hidden hand in it. And I think a lot of people, let me see if I can find that real quick. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. You've seen it. But does it mean what a lot of people think it means? So many people sure, you know, that money, that it means money. But how could this even mean money? See, there's so many things I'm so unsure about. I say I don't know. I say, you know, is it possible? I ask questions. The hidden hand. It's right there. Who is the hidden hand? Right there. I've analyzed this thing. Some people think that S means money. Is that S for Satan? Is Satan the hidden hand? Or is that a money sign? Put it in the chat down there if you know. Because the hidden hand is directing all these people like puppets. We'll see y'all again soon. Thank y'all for coming in. I've had a ball. God bless y'all. For real, y'all. Thank you. Please hit the thumbs up on the way out.
Shadows crawl on the sidewalk cracks. City hums, but it don't give back. What's left to lose? What's left to prove? Hands in my pockets, nothing to move. Super Dave, where we far, yeah, we're alive. Groove and move and let it ride. It's all good, it's all fire. Love burns hotter than the wire. Love burns hotter than the wire. Neon flickers on a sleepless street. Broken bottles where the lost souls meet. Don't talk too loud. Don't dream too high. The moon's just a whisper in a blood red sky. Super Dave, floating far, yeah, we're alive. Groove and move and let it ride. It's all good, it's all fine. Love burns hotter than the wire. Love burns hotter. than the wire. Out past the edge where the stars don't shine. Lost in the rhythm of the ticking time. Super Dave in the dark and the light. Chasing love, chasing life, chasing the fight. Super Dave doing it all, yeah, we're alive. Groove and move and let it ride. It's all good, it's all fire. Love burns hotter than the wire. Love burns hotter than the wire.
Thank you, everyone,